Welcome and whafeye to Forthill Integrated Primary School and Nursery Unit. Our school is situated in the city of Lisburn in the beautiful County Antrim in Northern Ireland, and we're blessed that our school is set on 25 acres of green wooded land with lots of wildlife. And as an integrated school, we're proud to make a difference as we celebrate and share different traditions and cultures of our local families and families from other countries and traditions, both in our class lessons and in special assemblies throughout the school year. Forthill Integrated Primary School is steeped in history of the local area, and the current school building is just over 55 years old. But the origins of the school go way back to 1886, when it was founded as Seymour Street National School by the Methodist Church just round the corner. Then the William Foote Memorial School was built in 1907, and that was in memory of a well-known local businessman. And the school was opened way back in 1907 by Mrs. Harold Barber. And the Barber family, well known in Lisburn, purchased a lot of the first equipment needed to get that school running. The present school was built in 1965 in the grounds of where the Barber House used to be situated, called the Fort, which itself was named because of an ancient fort or rath that had been built on the hill 1,000 or so years ago, which looked over the Lagan Valley. Now, we're very proud that Forthill Primary received integrated status in 2009. Now we're going to go over to Miley, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about our story.
John Barber came over to Lisburn from Scotland in the late 1700s, bringing many Scots families to work with him. His son William then went on to start the linen thread mill at Hildon in the early 1800s, eventually employing 2,000 people from the local area. My nanny used to work in the Barber mill, and my uncles. Many of our local families can trace their ancestors back to those first settlers and have family members who worked in the mill, just like me, before it closed in 2006.
Now, we all enjoy life today due to the input of different ancestors over many centuries, whether it be Viking, Celt, Gael, French, Norman, Planter, Spanish, Romans. Just think of it, one ancestor less, and you and I wouldn't exist to be seeing this wee production.
Forthill pupils have been loving practicing for the St Andrew's Assembly. We hope you enjoy it.
We're going to sing My Bonnie Lies Over the Ocean. Bring back my Bonnie to me.
St. Andrew's Day.
So why do we celebrate St. Andrew's Day?
There are a few reasons why we celebrate St. Andrew's Day in our school. We are an integrated school and we celebrate lots of different cultures and traditions.
Some of our families and their ancestors are from Scotland, so we have a great Ulster-Scot connection.
Parts of County Down and County Antrim are closer to Scotland than even Belfast, the capital of Northern Ireland. The closest crossing is 12 miles from Tower Head or 20 miles from Donaghadee.
As well as Scotland, St. Andrew is also the patron saint of other countries in Europe: Greece, Romania, Russia, Poland and the Ukraine.
So who was St. Andrew? Andrew was a fisherman and he was the brother of Simon Peter. They became Jesus' disciples, and when he met them on the shore mending their nets, Jesus said to them, "Follow me and I will make you fishers of men."
Later on, Andrew brought the boy to Jesus at the feeding of the 5,000 to help share his loaves and fishes. Before Jesus went back to heaven, he asked his disciples to travel the globe and spread the word of Christianity. About 30 years after Jesus was crucified, Andrew travelled to Greece to preach. The Romans didn't like this and they decided to crucify him. Andrew asked to be crucified on a psalter, as he said he wasn't worthy to be crucified on a cross like Jesus.
In about 347 AD, a Greek monk called Reuel had a dream in which God told him to take Andrew's relics and travel to the end of the world with them. The faithful Reuel got into a boat and sailed for days and days until he had surely reached the end of the world. He arrived in a small fishing village and buried Andrew's bones.
A church and tower were built on the site, and the town is now called St. Andrews in Scotland. St. Andrew's Church and St. Reuel's Tower are now sadly in ruins, but people still travel to see them. So why is it that St. Andrew is Scotland's patron saint and that they have a psalter as their flag?
In the 9th century, the people of Scotland were called Picts and were pagans. Angus, their king, had heard about God, and one day, as they went into battle against the English, he prayed to God and said, "Lord, if you hear my prayer, please help us in our battle and show me a sign."
When he looked up, King Angus saw the white psalter in the blue sky. God signed to him and they won the battle. After that, the Scottish warriors always wore Andrew's psalter on their chest.
Andrew was declared the patron saint of Scotland in 1320 when Scotland got their independence, and their psalter became Scotland's flag in the 16th century.
St. Andrew's Day is celebrated all over the world on the 30th of November. It marks the beginning of Advent, as there are only 4 Sundays from then to Christmas Day.
We are P5 and we are going to be singing Katy Betty.
Katy Betty had a clue, black and white, about the moon. Wasn't that a dainty
Kahoot, dance Katy Perry. Lily la la lum, lily la la lum, lily la la lum, dance Katy Perry. Katy Perry had a hen, all the buttons all the bend. Was the on a dainty hen, dance Katy Perry. Lily la la lum, lily la la lum, lily la la lum, dance Katy Perry. Katy Perry had a pig. No, she didn't. I did. Wasn't it on a dainty pig? That's Katy Perry. Lily la la lum, lily la la lum, lily la la lum, that's Katy Perry. Katy Perry had a cat. They were chasing mouse and rat. Wasn't that a hungry cat? That's Katy Perry. Lily la la lum, lily la la lum, lily la la lum, that's Katy Perry. Katy Perry had a duck. They would have the best of luck. Wasn't that a lucky duck? That's Katy Perry. Lily la la lum, lily la la lum, lily la la lum, that's Katy Perry. Katy met a crocodile. Hadn't seen her in a while. Dance Katy Perry. Lily la la lum, lily la la lum, lily la la lum, dance Katy Perry. Lily la la lum, lily la la lum, lily la la lum, dance Katy Perry.
A prayer for St. Andrew's Day. Dear God, St. Andrew introduced his brother Simon Peter and the little boy with loaves and fishes to Jesus. May we be like him in sharing friendship and peace and being followers of Jesus, your Son. Help us to create a community within our school and world where everyone matters and everyone is valued and cared for. Amen.